Welcome to CROG and Homestead. My name is Mike. In today's video, we're going to take Tiny, our TYM 2515H, and stack some more logs. I stacked 3 loads last night after I got home from work. Didn't film any of it. And today, well, let me show you. Looks like there's those 3 loads I stacked last night also. There were still a couple loads laying on the ground. And we've got another 5 loads, is what it looks like. And our pile has gotten quite a bit bigger since the last video when I measured everything. So once I get through stacking this evening, I'll go ahead and do another measurement and we'll kind of see where we're at. Okay, there's 2 loads there. 1, 2, not counting that big pecan. That was a part of another load. It's a load of some smaller stuff, different hackberry and different things. Load back there. That's a pretty good sized pecan. And that thing is massive. Let me go grab a tape real quick. I'll show you. And that's not the stump either. The stump, or pieces of stump, are over here in the brush pile. That pecan was hollow down low. That's a piece of the stump. That's a piece of the stump, and that's a piece of the stump. 3 pieces to the stump of that. Okay, I'm just going to stick this tape here on the ground, right there. Look at that, a little over 4 foot for that piece right there. And trying to see how hollow it is. It goes up there further than I thought. Okay, about 7 foot, and this piece is over 16 foot long. So he hauled it here with the doors open on the back. And I got some more honey locust somewhere. Already stacked some of it in the back, some bigger pieces. Yeah, that's honey locust. See them thorns? He's been trying to stick any loads with honey locust over here on the side so I can sort that stuff. That's good size honey locust. That'd be great for that 6-way wedge. And real quick, let me go ahead and show you what the piles look like now before we start stacking. Okay, that is pile 1. Nothing's really changed on it. I did stack a few more up high, some smaller stuff. But there's stack number 2. I just got through putting a couple more railroad ties down because I'm gonna need them. But if I remember right, that was 55 foot and that was 30 foot last time we measured it. But I've put several loads on there since that last video. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up and we're gonna start stacking. Daylight's burning, worked all day. See where the sun's at maybe. But the area that he's been dumping logs is getting a lot smaller. So I need to go ahead and get a few of those areas cleared up and get some room opened up. Okay, and this pile here, can't really get the tractor into here right now. I'll try to get some of these pieces picked up where I can, but there's still not enough room for me to get the tractor sideways on this. So I think several of these I'm just going to grab them and drag them back and we'll pick it up that way. But I think where the sun's at, we'll stick you guys up right here. Okay, well, change of plans. Sounds like we got baseball practice this evening. So, yeah, got 2 pieces picked up. I'll get back at it later. We'll pick this up either tomorrow or this evening. I don't know how long baseball practice is going to start, but it's for a 4-year-old. He hadn't never played before, so this should be pretty exciting. But this pile also, hopefully the sun isn't bothering you. It's a lot taller than the other pile. I keep stacking as high as I can go because I'm running out of room. And yeah, we got a lot of wood here to pick up. So anyways, we'll pick this back up in a bit, but it'll just be a second for you. All right, so we just got back. Sun's already crested over the hill. So maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes before it gets way too dark to do anything. So let's get after it. Okay, we're gonna call it for tonight. It is way too dark for me to really see what I'm being able to do, because this pile is just too close to this pile. So a lot of them I'm having to pull straight out the end, which is a little bit of a pain, but it's manageable. I don't necessarily have to pull certain ones, but I'm wanting to, because I need to build that base back down some more, if you can see right down through there, so we can start stacking again. But we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Okay, it is the next day, and I'm going to try to get as much done as possible getting all the stuff picked up. So now we got some daylight, we can see what we're doing. Got this pile back here. Those two I could not pick up. Those were from the other day. That big one I'm not going to be able to pick up, just guaranteed, because it is massive and solid. But that's okay. Still going to go ahead and work on this pile behind me, since it's kind of the one in the way the most right now. So we'll start working on it, start getting some of these others picked up. That grapple has made life a lot easier. That's massive too. Alright, we've got all of it picked up. Tiny has done a great job moving all this. So many hours are on it. Okay, let's get some measurements on these piles. Pile number 2, I'm gonna say is an average of 6.5 feet now, because it's big. Okay, so both piles are gonna be around 15.5 foot wide. We'll get a length on the pile 1. It was 55 foot, should be about the same. Haven't really added any length to it, more so just a little bit of height. So we'll reset. Okay, we're right at 55 foot. So pile 1 is 55 foot by, I think we figured 5.5 foot tall and 15.5 foot wide. I'm not going to include these pecans here behind me into the piles, but they're massive. There's quite a bit of wood in those. Those piles make tiny look small. Let's get a length on pile 2. Pile 2 is longer than pile 1. Okay, we are reset. Start here. Let's go towards the end. And that looks like we're about right at the end. And we're sitting at, if you can read that, 71 feet. I knew that thing was getting long. So 6.5 foot tall, 7 foot in spots. Yeah, 15.5 foot wide, 71 foot long. Any of you people that can figure that, let me know in the comments about how much wood's going to be in that. And our scrap pile is also gotten pretty good size. There's quite a bit of wood just in that pile. But you can see, sun's crested over. Had to run town this afternoon, so got busy doing that. Then I got to moving a bunch of loads. Figured you guys probably seen enough of that, so figured I'd bring you back here closer to the end. But I think a new saw is calling my name. I'm not sure which one to get. I don't know. That 572, I really like it, but it's going to get heavy bucking on this pile. So I'm thinking, I don't know, something in the 50cc class. That died. Red wasp are all over. I guess if they decide to make their home in this, we'll just burn it all where it sits. Do not like those things. But anyways, thinking on either a 50cc saw or, I don't know, a 60. I think I'd kind of like a 50cc just for the weight, because I think that would work fine. Like maybe a 550 XP or a 261. Y'all leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're in the market for a 50cc saw or 60cc saw. Which one would you go with? Joe from the Oak Woodman's channel has the 550 XP, and it really looks appealing. But I'm not sure on the 60cc class, 562 Mark II. I've never ran one of those. That would probably be a nice saw, or a 550, or a 400C and the 261. So 400C does look, it looks like a nice saw too. But for weight savings, I think a 50cc would be kind of the ticket. Or maybe I just get one of each. I don't know yet. A 50 and a 60. But y'all leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these piles and how much wood do you think is in these piles. How many cords, how many ricks, however you want to figure it. But Tiny has stacked every bit of this. For a 25 horsepower tractor, I don't think you can beat it. The loader capacity is amazing on what I'm able to pick up. Some of these things are massive. And granted, some of them I couldn't totally pick up, but I could scoot them around with it and get them up on it like that big pecan back there. I'm referring to that pecan. That one, the grapple, won't even go around. So I shoved all those out of the way because they were kind of in the way. Dozer, it didn't feel it. It shoved it no problem. I think we're going to get started on these ones on the ground here very soon, and the scrap pile over there, because I am really wanting to run the saw. But for the amount of wood that is back here, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get my fill on running the saw. There's a, I don't know, there's a bunch of wood out here. But I got zero complaints. I'm pretty confident there's enough wood here to pay for that apex splitter now. Highly confident in that. But I know I do not have enough IBC totes for sure. Gonna have to try to get some more of those. And I'm pretty confident we're gonna be building some bins in the future to put a lot of this split wood in. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and make some rows, and we'll stack it in some rows up closer to the road for stuff I sell that people want to come pick up. They can just pick it up out of the rows. And I'll probably put bladder material on the ground whenever I go to stack the wood on it. Thought about using pallets, but I think that stuff will work out better. And I also think I've got a good bit of empty bladders. I think I'm going to mount those, some of them, to some pallets cut a hole in the side of it, and I think I'm going to put on my little short cut-off pieces, knotty pieces, just kind of chunks and hunks of firewood, put them in those, and I'll either burn them or I'll sell it as a discount, like a whole bladder full for like $50 or something. That is a pretty sight. So 71 feet long, 15.5 foot wide. I'm gonna say 7 foot tall for the average height, 6.5 to 7 foot. This pile is huge. That pile, we can call it 5.5 foot still, but same width, 15.5 foot and 55 foot long. But I am tickled to death with it all. Huge blessing for sure. And he's not done. He's still going to be bringing loads. I don't know exactly how many more, but yeah, he's still going to be, he still has a lot to haul from my understanding. So pile 2, once I finish this out to the end of those, I may go ahead and shove that pecan out of the way on pile 1, and we'll probably make that pile a little bit longer. And well, I don't know. If I've got to come up with a third place to put a pile, we may do something out along this fence row and just stack it north and south. But I'm running out of railroad ties. I've already ran out of power poles. I need to find some more. I need to find a place I can get some more power poles on like a weekend, since I'm only off on Saturday and Sundays. That pecan there that's 49 inches tall, look how big that looks compared to that dozer. Granted, that is a small dozer, but that is an 8.5 foot blade on that thing. Yeah, that is some massive stuff. But what do y'all think on the chunks and hunks totes, selling something like that for like $50? Is there any of y'all that sell stuff, cut off pieces, cookies? I know these logs in here aren't going to come out perfect 16-inch lengths the entire time. There's going to be short pieces on most of them, so I have no problem burning that stuff, but there's going to be a lot of it. So I figure selling some of it for a discount, I think would work fine. Let me know down in the comments how you like the drone footage on this thing, getting a kind of a bird's eye view of both these piles. But everyone, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.